When a narcissist can't manipulate you, this happens. When a narcissist realizes they can no longer manipulate you,
Hmm.
their entire emotional strategy begins to collapse in real time. The power they once felt in controlling your reactions suddenly disappears, and that alone creates deep psychological discomfort. They are no longer dealing with someone who reacts emotionally on command, and that changes everything in their behavior. At first, they try harder, because narcissists rarely accept that their influence over someone is actually gone. They may increase charm, guilt, or confusion tactics, hoping you will return to your previous emotional state. But when you stay calm and unaffected, their usual manipulation tools stop producing any predictable results. This is where the narcissist begins to feel something they deeply avoid, which is a loss of control. Because control is not just a preference for them, it is the foundation of their emotional stability. When you stop reacting the way they expect, they start questioning their own effectiveness in the relationship. They may shift into silent treatment, hoping your anxiety will pull you back into emotional dependence. But when you do not chase, their silence loses the power it once had over your emotions. This creates confusion inside them because they are not used to being emotionally irrelevant to someone. Narcissists often rely on predictable emotional responses to feel secure in their interactions with others. When those responses disappear, they begin to experience internal frustration and even hidden panic. At this stage, they may test you with indirect insults or subtle provocations to regain your reaction. But your emotional neutrality becomes a mirror that reflects their behavior without feeding it energy. This is one of the most destabilizing experiences for a narcissist because attention is their emotional fuel. When attention is no longer freely given, they feel as if their psychological supply is being cut off. They may try to provoke jealousy by mentioning other people or creating imaginary competition. But when you show no emotional disturbance, their attempt loses meaning and impact immediately. This is when narcissists begin to realize that manipulation is no longer a reliable tool with you. And that realization slowly shifts them from confidence into quiet insecurity and frustration. They may start revisiting old patterns, trying different tactics that once worked in the past. But each failed attempt reinforces the truth that you are no longer emotionally controllable. At this point, their ego begins to feel threatened, because control was always tied to their identity. Without control, they start to feel exposed, as if their emotional mask is no longer effective. Some narcissists respond by escalating conflict, trying to force a reaction through emotional pressure. Others withdraw